You're watching full now, full the punch throw with the elbow, punch throw with a kick, or the throw and put all the bit and pieces into it. You will see now, all the movement now, what is energy throw is all about and why. Let me talk to you about what is so important about this particular DVD. It's called Tầm Kiều. What is it and why it's so important to us? Tầm Kiều is how to sink down your opponent's defense. That's what is most important about this bit, because that's why we introduce the energy throw to it, to make things functional, happening. And then you boom, you put the elbow in, boom, you put the elbow in. And that is what's important about this particular subject. If you out there watching through this and you see we do an elbow coming into the person's arm and you fall, it's not going to hurt. Let me tell you one thing. If you get your arm out and get the elbow coming down on one, you will know it's going to be painful. And if you don't really feel anything, come to see us. And we'll show you exactly how to really do it. And you know it's going to dead arm. When I say dead arm, I mean dead arm. And that's what we talk about. On this part, I will show you through the bit how to use it, so you know exactly what we're talking about on this particular DVD, Tầm Kiều. Let me bother you, Mark. Now, you're watching full now, all the movement now. Now let me show you full what the Tầm Kiều is. For instance, if you punch me, I block. I want to punch him. Okay, I'm here. But every time I punch him, I try to hit him. His hand come up here now. See that defense coming up. I hit him, his hand coming up. If I want to hit him in the face, but I just can't go through the barrier. Okay, that's what we talk about, the barrier, the defense. That's what Tầm Kiều come along. Tầm Kiều is help you to blow away your opponent's defense before you go in and do the business. So he punched me, I boom. He see a hand here. But I don't want to really go in here and hit him. Because if you go in, hit him, he start to force the arm off and movement. I can't really get him. And see, that's why I try to force him in, and that's what happened. No. What we do? We're going to blow them away. Punch come along. You see the defense arm coming up here. Stay away on this line. Don't go into him. Stay away on this line. You see the arm coming down here. Okay? That is the nerve and blood running into here. So when the hand come along, see that, boom, that will land. When you land the elbow in, don't go like this. If you go like this, you just push me and I'm fall over. You understand that? So you have to make sure your body in the center. That's why you do Wing Chun, everything is in central. Punch come along. When you hack here, boom. When the arm coming in, you boom, come back and hit him. When I come back and hit him, and the arm coming up here, I will come back and hit him here. As soon as I hit him in the face, I got this arm here. But this arm can be very dangerous to me, because he will go with bent elbow, and he come back to hit me this way. So that coming here, I don't want he there. Boom, that's gone. Then I will hit him. I will zap him. I will do the movement on him. If he punch me other side, this doesn't really matter. All right, boom, it's gone. Then I come in and do my business on him. That is the whole idea. But if I punch him, I'm here. The arm is underneath here, but I don't want to hit it inside. I just change this arm here along. This is where the arm is, turn, boom, it's gone. Punch this side coming in, boom. That's when I come in again and do my business on him. The most important thing is you can say or do what you want. If the arm, if he punch, I got this arm again, boom, and he punch me here, boom, 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 back here, and I come in and do the business. Because the idea if he punch coming in, boom, boom, come back here, boom, come back, I will hit him. And he block the hand here, that's fine, come boom, then I come and hit him. The idea is if I hit him, I go like that, then I will get twat in the face because my body commit to the movement. But if I punch, I'm boom, he punch, I'm here, I'm boom. I'm waiting for the movement will come because I expect him to come and hit me, because you got to imagine that you fight with a real human being here. You not fight with a robot. Punch me, stay. Punch me, stay. No. They're going to punch you, you hit in the arm. If you get hurt, you get pissed off, you're going to whack you another hand. That's the facts. So get that clear. Punch me. If I block, I boom, he punch. I will see that. That's why I feel that movement coming. Then that's why I come and hit him. As soon as I hit him, my arm is here. That's the whole idea of it. Because I need to feel that movement. If he punch me this side, I come in here, I will come back, and will boom, I'll be here, see? I know he's going to hit me. Because that's why I do this. To make him hit me. See? You understanding the idea of that? So no point standing there and say to me, oh, what if I do that? He's going to punch me. I know he's going to punch me. That's the whole purpose of this training. Make this guy do things so that you can react. So when he come in, boom, come over, hit, react on me. Finish, punch the other side. Doesn't matter on him. Boom, we're going to face punch me again. Boom, boom. Thank you for that. You see the idea, what we're trying to say? When I create this particular energy drill, it helps you to functional, make things work. It's not help you to understanding the dead person where they move the hand. It helps them to react that if I trigger this arm, he's going to punch you. If I trigger this hand, he's going to punch you. Or he's going to kick you. So what it do, it helps you to alert your mind. Make your mind think faster. When the reality come along, you know how to go in and do the business. Watching through this part of the DVD, and you can see exactly how I do them. On this particular one, I will show you how to using the elbow coming in when you do the elbow throw, how we train on that particular exercise like this, so you can understand it when you're doing them later, how it's applied into the Tầm Kiều training. Let me bother you, Mark. On this particular one, when you train, you start with a punch throw. If you want to come in and using the arm like this and elbow coming down that side, you make sure you bring the arm here and em tàu like that. Don't drop your body into that because that will close to your face, yeah? How you do on this sort of movement is how you do in reality, okay? You do in a throw, so you got to work in slightly speed, boom, like that, down, and then start, you come on this side. When your hand come up here, like you turn, and then you go back and work on this side. Exactly the same as you work on this side, and you go back to here. Same as you come and bring this arm down, then arm down, and then you come back on this side, okay? Back. Come back here, then you work exactly the same as you go in cross and you come into here and come back here. When you're working in this particular movement like this, it's the most important thing is the arm come across here like that, and then bring your body back and then hit. When you hit in this side here, lock, you come in here, then you come back here. When you work, grab this hand out, drop down and come into here. So when you work like this. When you work on this sort of movement, fast like this, it helps you to understanding when you do in reality, when you're attacking you. So for instance, if punch me come along, say boom, when you punch this side, you get used to the line straight away of where their body are. So as soon as punch you coming in, you can boom, come back, boom, and punch you, turn, come back here, then you kick and you punch with this side, come back again, you hit the same thing, come back and hit him, and he block, and you work exactly the same way at this, on the movement. Thank you for that. That's the whole idea on it. That's how we train. Hit him, and he block, and you work exactly the same way at this, on the movement. Thank you for that. That's the whole idea on it. That's how we train. Hi, my name is Michael Wong. I'm here today to present you the Tầm Kiều. In this DVD you're watching at the moment is in the second level of the Wing Chun. This particular one we talk to you now is talk about energy throw. What is energy throw and why we use them and what most important thing about the energy throw. What sort of movement are they? We're going to talk to you is the punch throw, elbow throw and the lap out throw. In this particular drill, I will show you how to use it and why you do that. So you know exactly how to do it when you're watching for the DVD. Let me bother you, Mark. On this one here, we're going to talk to you about is the punch drill. When you punch me, the most important thing is keep your hand up and this hand is here. When your hand here, undercut this hand and come and hit. And that when you return like this, on this particular technique like that. Very simple to do and it's very easy. Every time you finish, you need to put your hand in this particular movement. Hands up here and come back. Okay. Now you wonder why we don't punch straight into the person like this. Because in our Wing Chun training, we don't commit ourselves. If he punch me, I punch him. So what's happening? He commit himself into me, I'm going to knock him out. That's why in the energy drill we do, punch come along, we have the distance here. From this particular movement here, I can control him. If I need to punch him, I will bring him in to hit him. Very simple movement. I don't need to hit him if I don't want to hit him. It's just the drills that I need to do at the moment. Now, if you think like, why are we doing and punching like this, and what's the point if you're punching like this and not hitting the person? Now, if you haven't got a hand there, and I punch him, I fully extend my hand here as you see it now, I still can't get hold of him, can't hit him. I need to step in. But if I step in, what's stopping him hitting me? That's why we do this energy drill to help you to overcome that problem. So, if I need to go in, I'm here. Because he put the hand up, I will be here. I will be here. So, I can hit him. That is the whole idea of this particular punch drill. On this part now, we're going to talk to you through is the lap sound drill on the lap sound. We can start straight in from the punch drill, pull that down, and then turn. When I turn his hand, he ultimately turn to the bong sound position. That position here. That's defending position, so I can't hit him. I can't hit him. Okay? On this position, I start to move and he start to roll. Every time he roll his arm, I will bend my arm like this. In case he break my arm. If forcing down, it's difficult for him. Forcing down, it's difficult for him to break my arm. But if you let your arm straight like that, forcing down, my arm will be broken. So when you do the lap sound, the hand should be in this area like that. Arm have to be here to see. Every time you see the punch come along, you grab and roll like that. And he will grab and he roll like this. Grab and roll like that. That's the whole point of it. Yeah. Now when you have enough and you want to change like that, as soon as he grab my hand, I can pull on this side and I punch this way and I will change on this side. Yeah. And he will do the same on this side. Okay. And then if I have enough, I will change and work on this side. Now, you wonder why we do this lap sound for. It's designed and do for so many reasons, okay? This particular one, if he put a punch coming in, I grab arm, boom, I can break your arm down like that. Because I get used to rolling my arm like this. The arm coming in, I roll. Yeah, that's the movement. Or he punch come along, I boom, I see this hand and watch you, boom. You see the hand coming in when he punch, 1, 2. I see the dropping here, I grab this hand, I see the hand, I roll, what is what, boom. And that's where they hit him, bang on the head. And my arm in this length, like this, so you can hit him. That's why you're using a lap sound, but it's more to it than that. As you're moving on to our Wing Chun, moving on, you will see a lot movement on it, on using lap sound. From here, you link yourself from the lap sound, and learning from this is getting to the roll. And every time you roll, your arm have to be tense. So in this case, I'm breaking your arm. Okay? Like that. Turn. Next one we're going to talk to you about is the elbow throw. When you put the elbow into it. The elbow throw, when you put the elbow in, make sure you're using whole body and your elbow when you put it in. If you come in and elbow me, I will have my hand here to stop. As soon as my hand is stopped, this hand come underneath your arm like this. Underneath your arm, turn and slap it down. So he can't hit me. See, I can hit him. He can't hit me. I come in elbow. As soon as I elbow him, this arm come in to defense, come up. And then he do the same. Slap, elbow, back, like this. And like this. You see my body coming in when I elbow him. Turn, waist, watch. See the waist? The waist. And then he came in the same thing like that. The waist coming in. If you have enough and you drop back and you change this size. So you do exactly up and then turn. And like that. And then you go back and do the punch drill if you want. From here, you turn to lap sound drill if you want. You manipulate your movement as you move into it. Okay? Like this. And then you have enough to put the elbow drill in if you want. Okay? That is the whole idea of the energy drill, how to manipulate your movement. From the energy drill, when you put the elbow in, say the punch come along. That's when you have the movement on the elbow drill. The elbow drill work with the first two drills you add together, already like boom. So boom, 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 boom. And then boom, I'll hang him. Boom, boom, I come and hit him. That is the whole idea of the movement. Okay, thank you for that. When you start to work with the energy drill, make sure that your punch, it have to be straight on. The elbow have to be turned properly, and the lap sound got to put your arm here, or else you get your arm broken. Watching through this part of the DVD, then you can see exactly how I do each one, and you know what we're talking about. I already done an introduction on the punch drill already. And now I will show you how to train on that particular punch drill, so you know exactly how we train. Let me do that again with you, Mark. When you're doing this particular one, punch come along, it's the same thing like this. Block, and it's come over, and then go back like that. This is how they're using the drill of the movement like this. Okay? Under, slap, punch. And gradually, the speed will come up. That's how we train. Okay, watching through this, and then gradually come up again. That's how we're training on a particular this drill. And it's very important to move in your hand faster, so get you to react quickly. That is the most important thing about this part. You're already watching through the introduction how to do the movement of the elbow drill. What we'll show you now, how we train on a particular elbow drill, how we train on that, what we do, what's the most important thing about. Let me show you so you can understand how we do them. Let me borrow you again, Mark. When you're doing a particular elbow drill, okay, he come into elbow, hands up like this to block. Okay, that's the most important thing. When your hand like this to block, okay, and then undercut this hand down and come into the elbow, arm like this and elbow coming in. And then you do exactly the same, okay, like that. When your elbow coming in this way, make sure you let it, so when you go force too hard, that will let it go itself. Don't stand at that force and it will hit yourself in the face because you try to force in that, you see. Let it force it in, then that will let go. That is how we train on this. Keep using the body. When your hand here, if your hand is here, if you turn with a weight, it's a lot of power. That's why when you come to doing this, we're going to king your opponent. So that's why the hand come across like this. Okay? And then you change. When you change, you drop this arm down and drop this hand here. Then slap this hand down, then come with this elbow. Okay? Anytime you want to change, you will change. Cross and slap. And then you speed up. When you're doing this in speed like that, that will help you to understanding your opponent, where they are, how to use their hand, and how to control the center of the body so you can king them when you need to king your opponent. And that is how we train. You're already watching now on to the lap sound, or how we training on the lap sound, what we do in the lap sound, where you put your hand and how to use in your body. Let me show you so you know exactly how we train. Let me borrow you again. When you're doing the lap sound, when you grab the hand, for instance, I grab the hand and he turns exactly, turn it straight to the bong sound position, and that's the bong sound position. You punch him, that's the guard, so it's difficult for him to come into hit, okay, and his defense, okay. Move back slightly here. Okay. When you're in this position here, he will grab my hand and roll and pull. and my arm is in this position. I got keep in this position because if he don't, he bend down like this. I got get broken arm. So like this, he forcing down. It's difficult for him to force it down. It's hard for him to break in my arm. So then when I do them, if he keep hold my hand and I doing this, keep hold of it, I go like this, I will break your arm. So when I roll down, he will let go. The hand, I will come back. So I roll over. Every time I roll over, he turn his hand to this bone sound position again. So his hand come up and grab. I do exactly the same like this. Yeah? When you want to change, especially when you want to change, when you go over, he grab your hand. That's when you can change. You turn your hand, grab, turn. And then you're doing this way. And he will turn, he will do exactly the same. Okay? And then you want to change back, you grab and you pull. Okay? And then you gradually do it slightly faster on this. Okay? When you're doing this particular movement like that, it's quite a hand to when you turn. So you turn like that, got to lock it. It's very important that when you turn on this, when you're in the fight, for instance, or the movement, say when a punch come along, when I hit him, and the hand come up, that's when I turn this hand, boom, I hit him here, and try to break your arm, for instance. Or he punch come along, boom, boom, like that, and then boom, come along here. It's all to do with turn, grab and turn the arm. So when he turn out like that, that's how we train on this particular one, on the lap sound. In the introduction, you're already watching through the full energy drill, how to put them into action bit. Let me show you through how to link them from one to another on the energy drill, how we train on that particular one and how we link them from one to another, so you're understanding how to do it while you're watching through the DVD. Let me bother you again, Mark. On this one, when you're doing now, we link from one to another. We start first with a punch drill. So when you punch, we do the punch drill. You already know that now from the punch drill. From the punch drill, we go in straight to the lap sound. So when the punch come in here, this hand come in here. Instead of using this hand to block, you turn this hand straight away to lap sound. Watching slowly again. Turn, lap sound. When you grab the hand, turn. Then your lap sound come along. When the lap sound come along, you're changing. We do exactly the same. You change the other side. Then we do this side. From here, you want to go into the elbow. Slap this hand down, so back again, so you can see. Hand, slap the elbow down, so his elbow coming down, coming in and elbow, like this. And he will come in like that. So you change, you go to the other side, exactly the same, on that. Then you go back, and then you do the punch drill. Anytime you want, you're going to change. And now, how we do it now, how to put them in a slightly speed, so you can see. So that's how we train in the speed of mix them all together. When you mix them all together, you need to manipulate how each one work. And anybody can change anytime. So that is the whole idea of this particular full energy drill. That's how we train on this one, like this. Welcome back on this part. On this part, we talked to you about the energy drill, how to use in the punch come in, how to use in the elbow coming in, how to use in the palm. You already watched through already the punch drill, lap sound drill, and elbow drill, and the whole drill put it together. Now, I will show you how to using that particular drill and put the punch into it. And then you can see how that work in the reality when you come to do the application or come to do the movement. Let me bother you, Mark. On this particular one, you're already watching through now the punch drill. Now the punch drill, you work like this. You're already watching through already. From here, when you're going to put the punch in, how you put the punch in? When you walk in here, as soon as this hand come up, you change this hand here and punch. Okay, that's where you're going to punch him. Try not to commit yourself into it like that, because if it's turn, you're hit in the face. That is very important. You turn your body. You weight in this way, turn your body. And then you go back to this draw again. Okay? You want to punch the other side, do the same. This side, you punch him. If you want to drop him up and go inside and punch him, in like that, this hand over the top, this underneath there, this hand. You turn your movement body, this hand underneath here. From this hand, come across like this, and then you punch. And then you go back to the draw again. Every time we do this particular movement like this, okay, we have to drop your opponent up like this before you hit them. If you don't dropping them, this hand coming up, you're gonna get hit. So make sure the hand, when you come in and drop, when you start dropping him, this hand on top, this hand come down, this elbow come again here, okay? If your elbow come across like this, it's very difficult for him to move this hand along. If you do move this hand along, move this hand out, this really matters because you got the elbow coming in this way, okay? Then you come and hit him. So the idea is you have to make sure you drop him with the arm across here and body like this, okay? Now let me move it on into the elbow side, on the elbow. When you come into here, okay, and drop him, when you punch him, and then when you punch him already in the body like this, you turn your elbow straight away and elbow straight in. Okay, let's go again. So you start to drop him up, boom, 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 together. And then boom, boom, come back here. Then you come back and hit him. So it made the movement very, very fluidly as you move in and put the elbow in and then put the punch in. Because you do the elbow a lot already, you will understanding how to, boom, go in there and hit straight away. The most important thing is got to react very quickly. So when you're doing this, and then I turn to left side, for instance. If I turn to left side, I quickly can come down and break your arm. Yeah, and come and punch him. Soon the hand come up, I can hit him. Then I turn, I can hit him this side. I come back, I hit him in the face. If I need to using the palm, for instance, on this, turn back, I do the same, palm coming in. Work exactly the same. I come back, I back here and I hit him. I work exactly the same on this side if I need to. Exactly the same what you do in the punch roll. It's no different when you practice the punch coming in. Now if you want to work in 2 or 3 punch, for instance, you work exactly the same way. Boom, 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 and back like that. Back here again. If you want to punch and then put the elbow in and come back again and then hit, you always control the line here. Okay? You control the line. So you know exactly where to hit him. And you know exactly what he do next, and you come back and hit him like again. Okay? If you hit him like that, and he put the hand up, that's where you need to work like that, in the distance, so you can see the distance here as you're working. Don't get in too close like this. Yeah, too close. So if you undercut your hand and you start to hit 2 person too close here, it's no good. That's not the point. The point is you have to work in a distance like this, so you can see what's going on, where you need to move, and how you move them. How you move the movement. And then come back, you hit. You can come back and do this very quickly, and come back and work and hit, and then go back to the draw like here, boom, come back and work the draw like this. And then come back here to quickly and using the left side draw. Come back here and punch him and come back to the draw again. Back here, boom, and hit him, back here. Like this. Do you see the idea, how I coming up? Okay, thank you for that. The idea is, when you put in the energy draw in, you make yourself work very fast with the hand. This hand you're working with is working over time. So when something come up, anything touch your hand, you boop, 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 you go in there and do the business. That is the whole idea, the feeling of your opponent. Have a watching through this part of the DVD so you know exactly how I do them. In the introduction, you're already watching through. I will show you already how to using the hand and the punch and work in the full energy draw. Let me show you how we train on it, how we really do them, so you can understand exactly how to pull it out when you're training. Let me show you. Let me borrow you again, Mark. On this particular one, when you do the punch roll, you already know how to do that, so I need to move it on. I don't need to go back on to show you again. We're going to do the punch roll. From this particular punch roll, if I want to go and punch him, grab the hand here on the side and I hit him. I will go back on this side again. If I want to go on this side, I just go punch him from here. If I want to hit him in the center, drop him out and then I punch him, I will go back here with this particular movement and back here again. Okay? So I come back like that and punch. And I come back in here and same and I do on this side. back. I'm going to do it here. Now let me show you how we do them in the speed side so they can see how it works in real time. When you're moving slightly like that, punch, boom, turn, quanh. And that's how you use them. I mean, slightly in the speed so they can see where the hand is. Your hand is very busy. When your hand is so quickly, you need to grab and hit them. And that's why it's difficult because you got to work with your opponent. Okay? So you know where hand is and where to grab. That's why you need to have the feeling. Where the feeling of the hand to the grab. And that's how we train. You're already seeing on the introduction, I will show you how to use it already on the most of the punching throw and the elbow and the laps on full throw. This time I will show you how we train in the elbow. Because we're doing a full elbow throw, I will show you now how to train, how to put the elbow in when you do the punch throw, or how to put the elbow in when you're doing the lap sow or you're doing elbow throw, so you can see how we really train on them. Let me borrow you, Mark. On this one we always start with a punch throw. Okay, that's the whole thing we're talking about. We always start with a punch throw. Because you're already getting understanding now, I will go through the bit that you need. Now when you're here, you come into punch. When you punch, you work with the elbow. When you work with the elbow, you close both the hand down and the elbow comes straight in. And you go back again. You work exactly the same way. You punch coming in that way. Or you chop and you don't want to go on this side to punch him. Because when you chop, you want to hit him direct in the center. Same thing. Boom, and then go back in here. Okay, boom, boom, and then back, and then go back in this way. From here, you're working. From here, you do exactly the same as that. Okay, that's how we do them in the real time. And that's how we put the movement on in the real time. That put the punch, put the elbow in, put the punch on the side, put the side to side punch. And that is how we train. Welcome back to this part of DVD now. You're watching through now the energy throw using the hand. Then you put the punch into it. Now, I will go through the hand and the feet, put it together. So you can get your body to functional, to make things work. Because the most important thing in close quarter combat is how to use it with the feeling. React in time. If you not react in time, you won't be able to do it when you crush each other in the fight. Let me show you through this movement so you can understanding how to control your opponent, where to kick, how to kick, and where to kick, and where to do the punching. Let me bother you again, Mark. On this one here, we go exactly the same as what you done just now, the punch roll. From the punch roll, I introduce some kick coming in and some punch coming in. So you see exactly how I play with it. Okay, punch come along, we do exactly the same. Now, I already talked to you already before, is control the distance, like this. So this one here now, I want to add the kick into it. First one I'm going to add it on is kick in the midsection here, and below here and here. Then we move on slightly up above here, so you can see exactly how to moving your body, okay? Now when you kick your opponent, when you're doing this, you have to make sure, boom, the kick will slap in, boom, like that, okay? And the hand is still in charge. See that hand there, still there. Boom, I come back and boom, I kick him. I work in the range to him, so I can boom, on the line like that. My hand is there. If he punch me this side, boom, I hit him. Boom, I kick him. I come and hit him again. I back into here, I come back, boom, I kick him. Boom, I punch him. Boom, I kick him. The idea is, I work with him, around him. When he started pulling the punch, or any movement he pull into me, he in my zone. As soon as he in this zone, I will be able to do my work. But the most important thing is, if I hear too close to him, I kick him. Okay, I can kick him, but I get hit. So, what we trying to say? You're watching full already, full all the bit. We already told you, you need to have distance. From distance, you want to hit him. I grab behind. Say, for instance, the most quite common situation. Punch come along. I punch him. He grab my hand. And two people wrestling like that. Now, if you're a good Wing Chun man, you shouldn't be got on the ground. That's what everybody say. But if you understanding how to using the technique, you will whack your opponent very quickly because you control the center line. That's what you're doing in a Wing Chun training. Say for in that situation here, in that situation, I'm grabbing each other roll, boom, I hit him, boom, I hit him, I come back, boom, I kick him. As soon as the hand here land, boom, I have me, boom, I kick him. Then I control him now in the zone here. From this zone I can kick him, boom. Then I got laps out, boom here. And I come back, I play with him. Because I need to feeling the movement that he give me. When he give me that movement, I need to react on it like this. It's not like you stand there doing a Wing Chun and soon you go there, you go boom, 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 boom. Yes, you can hit him, you can knock him out. But what happened to your hand? If you've been in a fight before and you punch people in the face and hit him in the teeth, what happened to your finger? What happened to your hand? Mess up. If it mess up, can you really hit him in a minute? Can you grab anything? Can you drive home? Can you press a number to die 999 if you get yourself in that problem? You can't. So what we're trying to tell you, we only hit in the body side, work in the skill of the Wing Chun system. Don't need to bother to work on that. Anybody can do that. But what's stopping him hitting me back? See? What is stopping him hitting me back? You two sit there training below. So what we're trying to tell you, what we're trying to tell you is when we work on this, it's a skill, controlling. I punch him, he punch me low down here. I can understand in the line here. I hit him, I control the line. If he come toward me, that's fine. I'm in this zone here, so I know exactly what to deal with this situation here. Then I kick him. I always kick him in a long distance, so I control him. Now from here, if you want to work upper body, okay, then you work with other movement. Like for instance, you work with lap sound. For instance, every time you change, you pull him, you can come back, boom, and kick him with the lap sound movement. From a lap sound, see you pull, you change, boom, you kick him. You punch through, you can do that exactly the same. Here, grab leg and pull and kick him. You kick in 2-3 different ways. You either do the drop kick straight to the body, like this, come in and kick him. When you kick him in that particular technique, you kick him right on the kneecap. Boom, that's gone. Watch how I do them, yeah? When I do this drill, boom, boom. When I turn, boom, boom. My body don't move as boom like this or boom like this. The most important thing is keep your body upright. You're busy doing down here, your leg busy doing thing down here. And you skip back in him, do you know what you're doing? He don't know what you're doing, busy. He don't know what you're doing. Because the idea is you're controlling that particular zone. You're understanding how to manipulate that fight. That teaches you to become the clever a little bit when you're in that situation, you see. Now, let me move it on to upper body. When you from here, you change. Grab the hand, you turn, you pointed the toe a little bit. Boom, kick right in the sole midsection here. Okay? You work exactly the same at this side. You control the distance here. Yeah? Like that. From here, you want to put a punch on, you put a punch on. Change the line. You kick, you put a kick on. You go back here, you do exactly the same on the leg if you want. Go back into here, you come back, you punch on the side if you want. Or you come into here, you come and hit him from here on the throat, and elbow coming in, change the hand here, and kick him if you want. Okay, thank you for that. You see the idea, what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is when we work in a close quarter, you need to have your hand movement, and then your leg do one thing, your hand do another, and have to have it work simultaneously together. Okay, that's the whole idea. After watching through this part of the DVD, you know exactly how I do them. You're already watching through the introduction. I show you already how to kick and how to use the movement on the body. Now I will break it down and show you how we train on individual movement so you can understand how we do that. Okay, let me borrow you, Mark. Now, we're doing the full energy drill and then we bang some kick on it. Okay, I won't talk to you about the hand drill now. What we talk to concentrate on now is on the leg, how to kick. That is all about on this part. When you're doing the drill, when you kick him, make sure you grab hold of the hand, okay, and then you kick. The first one you kick is going to be straight on here. Now, when you kick them, try not to lean too much. That's the most important thing. If you lean too much, they see you, okay? So that's the movement, grab and then kick, then go back. If you want to go other side, you do exactly the same like this. And that's how you train in that particular shin kick. So to get used to moving around on the side to side so you can understanding how to zap him, okay? And that's how we train. Now we will go through to you so you can understanding the basic on the kicking above the leg a little bit because you're already watching through down the lower leg. I will show you how to using your leg to kick it inside like that. And when you're doing the energy with the hand. So the hand do one thing, the leg do one thing. So how you train on that so they can understand the training bit, how we do them. Let me borrow you again, Mark. Okay, let's go into the punching drill. When you're doing this, you already saw already the first bit, how to grab and kick on the lower body. Now you're doing upper body. You work exactly the same way. And then kick. When you kick him, make sure you're using the leg like that, flipping like that, land, okay? So when you come in and using the hand, kick like that, back there. Keep your back straight and flick your leg in like that. Back here, and you do exactly like that. If you want to flow another throw, like elbow throw, and then come back, you do exactly the same way. Back, to the elbow throw on him, then come back here, then go the hand, and then kick. And that's how we're using the upper body when you kick them. When you kick them, make the control so understanding where your body are in balance. And that is how we train on this particular exercise. You're already watching through the introduction already, that when you put in the kick into the body and then put the knee into it, how to use it. Now I show you here how to train, how we train in that particular drill. Let me bother you, Mark. Before you start already and using the lower body on the leg. Now what we're going to do, we work in to the knee when you do the drill. When you do the punch drill like this, grab the hand on the sides and bring your leg coming in out. That's all you want. Because when you want to go in, you go boom, like that. That's when you come in. That's when you come in here and you want to take him away. Yeah, when you're punching low, that's when you come back and work with this particular movement on the elbow side. But let me go through the arms on the leg, on the knee side, so they can understanding where they control the arm, where they can do it with the leg, and how you put the knee into it. Okay. Now from here, you start with the punch roll. When you change another side, grab. And then hand always cover here in case that elbow here slide in your face. So you have the hand here. When that elbow coming, doesn't matter. You still can be able to using that and put the knee into your opponent. So we work like this. Change side, put your hand up. Same thing on this side, put your hand up. When you work on this, you can move it in and working slightly on the speed. When you work on this particular one, on the knee like that, it's happened so quickly and he come into the leg, it's a dead leg. And that's why you train in this particular technique to make you move into your opponent. For instance, if you come and punch me and I come boom, boom, boom and hit there, and I can't get the face just yet full blow, but I want to come in and go boom on it. That's where he is, and I come and finish him off. And that is the whole idea of this particular one. And that's how we train on this particular exercise. On this particular one, I will show you how we train on the upper body, where the midsection is, where the spare rib, in the center of the solar plexus area. That's when you're going to zap them so that you can hurt them. I'll show you how we train on this particular exercise so you know how to do them. Let me borrow you again, Mark. Now we work on this particular one again, back to the punch roll. When you're doing in the punch roll, you drop him on the side or you punch. If you punch, he block, you still control the on the side. When you control another side, your leg on this side, your leg come in here. When you kick him, boom, like that. Okay? You work exactly the same on this side, boom. Every time you punch him or you drop or change, doesn't really matter, okay? Because you're going to go to another side. So you start, drop, change. Every time you change, the hand cover, boom, you kick. When you kick coming in, boom, that leg hit straight in this area, boom, come back and you work on this side. Like that, boom, come back, boom. If you want to work in to the body side and then using your toe to point the kick in the solar plexus area, then you go, boom, like that. Work in the styling line, boom, like that. Coming in, side, boom. Now I'll show you how to do this in the real time so you can see. And that's how we put the movement on, because you're very busy up here, and then you're going to need to control them before you kick your leg in. And that's very important to keep yourself balanced when you do this particular exercise. That's how we train on this. On this bed, I will show you how to link every single thing you've been done just now on the energy throw, the kick throw, the elbow, the knee, the whole thing together on this particular part. How we train on them so you can understand how it works. Let me bother you, Mark. When you're doing this sort of movement, you start with a punch roll. Then you put in the kick. Then you come in, you can put a knee. You come in, you punch. An elbow coming in. Drop, punch on the side if you want. Body coming into the kick. Body coming to the round kick coming in. Drop kick coming in. And then come back to the elbow. That's how we manipulate our movement and bang everything on like that. When you start, each one you start, let me go, guide you slowly when you can start. So when you're punching to the punch, you always grab before you put the kick in, okay? You change, you grab before you put this kick in, okay? So we make sure that's the whole purpose of it. When you elbow, grab before your knee coming in, okay? If you're not grabbing and you just knee, he will hit you. So you got to remember that. You make sure to grab the hand properly before your knee coming in. Now let me show you in the speed a little bit so you can understand how it's really done. So that's how we put all the movement on in the speed, all the movement, all the kick, all the bit into it. That's how we train on this particular exercise.